give you an idea of what like some of the alien weapons would sound like, these were a lot more challenging just because they sound really, they're not based upon real world things. And so with like the Jaffa weapons, we went so far, well, like we have the sound effects from the show for the staff weapon, the Serpent Staff, Tier 1. We also have it for the Zat gun and one of the ribbon weapons. So that's sort of like the basis that these draw upon. And so it's about creating those different tiers and then also adding the elemental elements to them. So like, you know, the ice sounds or plasma sounds, or radiation, different things like that. So the very familiar plasma staff right here, this is the one everyone would recognize. And then, you know, and then also it was fun, you know, breaking these down into different hit qualities, like regular hit, a hit glance, and a critical hit, and then misses. So everyone knows what that sounds like, but it's like, well, what does a Tier 2 plasma staff sound like? Similar. You can still hear that original influence, but it's a little bit different. And then we go to things like, well, what about the electric staff? That would be more like this. You know, so again, it's keeping that same theme but building upon it. And then we get into some really wacky ones, like I love the sonic ones. That's Tier 1. Oops. And then we go up to even the Banshee level, Tier 5, which does not sound very pleasant. So you don't want to be getting it with that one. And even like the Zats, like we got a nice Zat. So it's all very interesting stuff. So even as an example, then this is what the battlefield would sound like if you were playing with a bunch of Jaffa weapons. So pretty cool stuff. But yeah, so I'm really excited about these weapons. Worked really hard on them. We still got some iteration to go, but and even just how we I've put these together. I bought a dynamic compressor, specifically a piece of software just to process these things, to make sure they had a lot of meat to them, a lot of oomph, and been very satisfied with the results. So it's going to be a very loud game if you want to turn it up. So shake those walls.